Guys, welcome back to another episode of the Trucking Good Life. This episode we're just going to go through our caravan and I'm going to show you all the insides and all the outsides. It is up for sale, that's why I'm going to put together this video. So we've got all our shit pulled out and spread around, and we have been living in the van for the last 12 months, so we've pulled it all out, we've given the van a good clean. So I'm going to take you through and give you a look, so check it out and enjoy the video.
I'm going to start with the door. So this door here is just a dual door, like every door on every caravan, I suppose. So it's just got your outside door and then your internal door. So basically that's it. It's a pretty solid looking door. And then to split the door, you just pull that little trigger there on the inside and it splits the door and opens it up. The beauty about these doors are the inside door is your solid, your main. You can lock it, and it actually has a midgie screen and a crim safe on the inside. So there's a midgie screen on the outside and a crim safe on the inside. So these are basically a security door. You can leave that open at night time and know that you're going to be safe inside and that your midgies aren't going to be coming in and bombing you. So come on and check out the inside of the van. So up towards the front of the van we have obviously our master bed with cabinetry on either side with your own little bedside table, hanging space in the side cupboards with overhead cupboards on both, quite deep, good for linen or your clothes. We've got a Sirocco fan that swivels and divils and moves around with 3 speeds and timer. We also have a overhead hatch here with lighting. So there's lighting in here, plus there's also some wall lighting over here. So we've got 4 down lights in here. And then there's 2 lights for reading up above in here. And then if you come forward closer up in here, you'll see in the corner each bedside has its own 240 volt power, a light for here, and a switch for the light in the bathroom. Also USB ports in here around the corner that you can't see, so that's on both sides, as well as the reading lights. Storage both sides. You've got your drawers, 2 large big windows for airflow. We've got a 24-inch TV that can come around into the living area where you sit on the lounge, or you can swivel back around to the bed if you're lying in bed and watching it. It also does lift out, and you can take this outside to the outside port and watch TV and movies out there. So I'll show you that in a minute. So that's basically the bedroom. You got your internal speakers here, your split system, reverse cycle, so cold and hot. Into the club lounge here, we've just got a full club. The storage underneath the club lounge, you've got your gas, hot water on this side, and there's a fair bit of storage under there. On this side, your battery management, so you can just take the cushions out and have a quick look under there. We've got overhead storage here for us. This is our pantry. This is where we keep all our food and knickknacks and everything like that, so there's plenty of storage up there. Reading lights in here with USB, and then also around the corner here, if you want to check it out, we've got reading lights, USBs, 240 volt. This little switch here on the corner is for the ventilation fan. So there's a fan behind the fridge that's just a little thermo fan that just circulates air around the fridge. So these fridges are a full compressor fridge, so they breathe inside the caravan. They don't have an external breathing, so they breathe inside the caravan. So that just moves airflow around the back of the fridge to keep it cool on those hot days. More overhead cabinetry. So we've got cabinets everywhere. In the kitchen here itself, we've got a timber Laminex benchtop with a black sink, black tap, microwave up the top. This is your instant gas hot water, so you can adjust your gas hot water here. A DVD player, and more storage, drawers, more storage for your drawers here. Underneath here I've installed the diesel heater, so this is a 5 kilowatt diesel heater, so it's quite a large unit. It is a Chinese one. I think we only paid $200 for it, but from what we've seen on our travels, this is the go. So everyone's just bought one of these cheap ones and basically, yeah, had great success and no dramas with them. So for us, that's been a lifesaver. We've got a full-size oven, a grill, and then under here, you've got 3 burners and an electric cooktop there. So that pretty much, we've also got a 12 volt range wood, so you've got your light, your 3-speed fans here for exhaust, and there's another light under here. And I'll get Shannon to bring the camera in here and you can have a check out under here as well. So we've got two 40-volt power points in here for when you're on the mains, and then these two are for the inverter. So when you're off grid, you've still got power up in here to run your coffee machine and your appliances. 6 downlights in here. Big compressor fridge. So this is a 230-litre compressor fridge. You can come check it out. It's got all that stuff in it, but quite a large fridge. Plenty of room, plenty of storage, as you can see. We've lived out of this van now for nearly 12 months, and yeah, we do have another fridge freezer in the truck. So freezer, we do have that on freeze, so we carry a lot of freezer stuff, so when we are off grid and stuff like that, if we're going to be long stays between Woolies and Coles, we stock up on frozen stuff. But that's all that. I'll get Shannon to come down around here. Actually, quickly, we'll go back. This is your diesel heater here, so this is the outlet. So this will be where the diesel heat, the hot air blows out. Also, this club lounge has click up footrests for both, and there's a Timmy Tommy or a Tippy Tommy table, so it's got the ability to move around, in and out, left to right, and you can have it all the way out here. You can have it all the way, oh, you don't want to see my bum, but you can have it all the way out here as well if you want. And then it does fold down to make a bed, so there's a little foot pedal down here. So we'll have a little drama there, but you've got to get the table in the right spot. So there's a little foot pedal down here on the floor. You can just push on that. Like I said, we've never really used this, but this sits down and you can clip it here, and then you can put an additional pillow there to make a bed. The only dramas I don't really love about it is it does block your walkway. So that's something to think about with this sort of setup. But for us, yeah, basically, I really don't know how to use it, but for us, we've never used it. For us personally, pretty good like that. Anyway, so that's the chair, footrests, the diesel heater, the kitchen. You've got a good overview of that. We've got a fire extinguisher up here, and overhead, a little pouch there for all your goodies and your knickknacks and your glasses. This is our battery management over here. So this tells you where your water tanks are, you know, what battery percentage you've got if you're on solar, grid, how many amp hours you're using, outdoor temperature. These are all your switches for internal and external switches, so there's lights all around the outside as well and for all inside. This is your AC unit controller, and then we'll come down here. I'll give you a quick look. Some special sort of features of this van is, so this is instant hot water here, so we can actually set the temperature to whatever temperature we want the hot water to be. So it doesn't matter, you can have the hot water on flat out, the flame will light up and it will set to that temperature. So if you've got young kids, this is a really great feature. So you can set the water to a safe level of 36 degrees. They can be in the bath, and if you're not looking for that split second and they do have the tap on complete hot water, they won't burn themselves. So it's a really great feature to have, an instant gas hot water. And for us, we don't have a filtered water spout tap. We just have an additional little tap here. And you can see there's a second little nozzle there that runs the filtered water out. So you've got two nozzles all in the one. And underneath we do have the full reverse osmosis and 8-litre drinking water tank under there, and that's where that filtered water comes from. So we'll go through here. Underneath the fridge, a quick one I forgot to mention, there's a bit of stuff under here that you can't really see, or you can see there's a bit of shit in here. This is where we've got our inverter mounted. So it's a 2,500 to 5,000 watt inverter. It is a eBay inverter. It does run our coffee machine, it has run all our appliances, and has done the job for us. So it is a cheaper inverter. It isn't a brand name one as such, but it has done a great job. Here's your other diesel outlet. So this is your inlet here for your diesel. So this is where it sucks for the diesel heater, and then it blows over there to create that circulation through the van. It's quite a large van, and I didn't want it to get a closed loop circulation on heating, so I've created another van over here. Down here is another power point for your inverter when you're off grid, so you can run an extension lead here to the washing machine. We got under bunk drawers, which are quite deep, we use for storage as well. In the bunks, you've got your own long window. There's USB, 240 volt, and USB chargers up there with a reading light as well, with a little padded bed head. So these are quite a comfy little unit. They are a full length bunk, top and bottom. Probably a quick thing we should mention is there was a mirrored door in this room here, in this space, to split the two zones. We found we didn't need the door, so we've removed the door. The doors are all under here, so the doors are under here, ready to be back installed for the new owner if they choose to keep it there. We just found it cluttered this area up and it really wasn't for us, so just to create a little bit more room in here, we removed the doors. And again, this is where the second door was. So there's another door in the bathroom here. So as you can imagine, there's a door and then a door. There was a little bit too many doors. So if there's probably a big family in here, it's just the three of us, so we're okay. But if there's probably a few more of you in here, I'd definitely recommend putting the bathroom door back on, and I can definitely do that. That's not a problem. But this door I would leave off, but totally up to you. Again, more storage in the back here, quite deep, very deep. So full arm's length into the back there, so they're quite a deep cupboard, drawers, and then in here we've got our full 4 kilo washing machine front loader. And again, like I said, this van's all under 12 months old, so it's relatively new. We've got lights and overhead exhaust fans in here, plus more lights here. So plenty of lights, plenty of fans. I'll get you to come in here. It's a little bit cramped up in here, but again, overhead roof hatch, exhaust fan, lights, overhead cupboards. We just keep our toilet paper and everything else up there. 2 black towel rails. Full toilet that swivels, so you can have it facing whatever way you want. A window, mirror, overhead light, and also a blue wraparound light that we just leave on at night time. And then yeah, that's the full bathroom light. Small vanity, again more cupboard space, and then into the full shower. So this is a full 900 by 900 shower. It is a one-piece shower, so there's no joins in the walls or floor. So, and it does have black tapware, overhead exhaust fan and light again, and a black full adjustable, I don't know if you can go have a look, but there's a full adjustable black shower head. Yeah, you can see if you can get in there. It's a bit hard, but people work it out off the video. So that's pretty much it for the inside. I think I've covered everything. What I'll do is I'll do a quick run around on the outside so you can check out everything out there and see what it's all about. And we can have a look at the suspension, the drawbar, the hitch, the front toolbox, the gunnel boot. Oh, that's another feature we should probably spin around. So this bed lifts up, so underneath here there's a whole lot more storage again, and then there's a full gunnel boot, as you can see under there. So this is a drawer for whatever you want to put in there, and we've just got some baskets and shit. So yeah, we travel full time, so this is our home. We probably carry a lot more stuff than most people do traveling, but is what it is. We're not weekend warriors, we're here for the long haul. So I believe that's the inside. The antenna's here. I probably forgot to mention that, but there's a full antenna here that you can wind up and down. I think that's about it. All the TV ports are there. I'll take you outside now, we can check it out. I'm going to take you for a lap around the external of this van so you can see all the features that it's got on the outside as well, and hopefully I answer any questions that you've probably got or that you want to ask us anyway, so they should all be covered in this video. So I'll spin the camera and we'll get into the front. So it is a vacationer. This is a Road King chassis. There's the VIN number. It is a ATM 3.5. There's the chassis number and all the rest. So it is a DO35 hitch, Cruise Master, 2 chains. You've got a red Anderson and a grey Anderson, plus a 12-pin plug. To be honest, the big pins don't run to anything, so it's just a 7-pin flat you could get away with, to be honest. The fridge runs and the charger runs off the grey. So, and then your red is for this breakaway stability controller. I do have a Jackmate jack, 2 gas bayonets, your fuel tank, 15-litre fuel tank for the diesel heater. We have a dual bike rack on the front of the toolbox, so it mounts to the top of the toolbox. And in the toolbox on this side, there's 2 sides. I just keep some hoses, my electrical leads and whatnot. And then on the outside is my jerry can holder, or a jerry can holder, or whatever you want to put in there, water, fuel. So that's that. So there's your 2 gas bottles. There's your hitch. There's your reverse camera as well, so that will come with a reverse camera as well. So if you buy the van, I will take the reverse camera out of the car and that's all yours. So I do have a stone guard on the front, so it's just a universal stone guard. I put some bigger mud flaps on the front, so they do look a bit agricultural, but they do the job. There is a small hole over here in the stone guard on the passenger side, so that's something to think about. But that's about it through the front. So we'll make our way to the other side of the toolbox. So this is a slide out Jenny, so you can put your generator in there. I put all our wheel chocks and leveling ramps and everything all go in the front there, so they all come with the van. We've got a tap on the front here. I just got all our 12 volt cables here, so we're currently off grid, so we have the solar mats down. We've got 170 of solar. Well, we've got two 170 panels on the roof, and then these are two 250s, I believe. And yeah, I have an external little Anderson plug charger here. So I've got two Anderson plugs just here within the the external shower. So I've got the gas hot water right here, we've got an external shower, and then I've got two USB inlets there they go straight to the projector to the battery management. So these solar panels will feed straight into the battery management and charge the battery. So we've got two 170 solar panels on the roof. I'll throw these in for you if you want them as well. They do help charge the batteries up. So we do have we've got 640 amp hours of AGM. So if you got lithium, the two on the roof will probably get you back up to charge. AGM's a little bit slower charging, and that's the idea with the panel. So it is a Rough Rider 22.6 foot C. So the C means center door, so that's the door location. You can get a rear door, one of these as well. So in the front is a full gunnel boot straight through. There's a brand new jack here as well. Well, that will come with it. That's in the box, still never used. You got two lights up in here, one on each side. There are a few scuff marks in here, as you can see. So we have had stuff in here, and we have traveled around most part of Australia. So yeah, this is the compliance plate. There is a bit of a scratch in here, but you can read pretty much all of it. So we've got a ball weight of 177, tear weight of 2825, a GTM of 3150, and an ATM of 3,500. So we saw that on the drawbar. The wheels are a 15-inch wheel, 235/75, and that's your pressures for that. So your loading capacity is 675 kilograms. So that's everything you need to see for in there. So that's your data compliance plate. These are just your hatches, so clip shut, all lockable. Side lights, grab handles. Up the front we do have your little light bar up there as well, so that's handy if you're doing anything out here at night time. You got your drawbar tap down the front just there. If you missed it, there's my finger, there it is there. So cruising along, we do have your full side windows. So these are the bedroom windows, this is the club lounge window, this is your gas hot water I spoke about. So full gas hot water, instant hot water. There are some scuff marks, I'm not sure if you can see them there, you can, along this side. So we did make contact with a nice little scrub bush on this side. It is within the checker plate, and there isn't any on the composite aluminium panel, so you can be assured of that. So I've already christened it for you. Yeah, external shower, so it's all here. Two tanks, which are underneath, we'll go through in a minute. And this is where you plug in for your 240 volt and your antenna. So if you ever need an antenna at a caravan park, that's where it plugs in for your external antenna. Two bunk windows, batteries. So these are the standard batteries within here. So these are your two 120 amp hour AGM batteries. So internally, underneath the bunks in here, I have two 200 amp hour AGM. So in total we have 640 amp hours of AGM. So yeah, this is the gunnel boot, or not the gunnel boot, but this is the boot access for underneath the bunk. So I've got the full annex in here with the side skirt, and then basically that goes around in there, and you can see the batteries down in there. So that's the batteries, and that's underneath the bunk bed down in there. So that's where the drawers are. So there's your two 200 amp hour AGMs in there, and that's the full annex. So that's the annex that encloses the side, which will come with it. Again, clip shut, lock shut, side lights, grab handles, full LED rear tail lights, rear jerry can holder, spare tire still brand new within a bag. There's a little access hatch on the back here, which you can open up, and then that gets you to the washing machine. Rear reverse camera and light bar. Again, back on this side, there is a side light as well there, you can see. Antenna up on top, fold down antenna. Your grey water tank outlet here, and your grey water tank under there. So this is your outlet here, grey water tank, and your suspension. So your 3.5 ton independent suspensions all there. Also, I'll come for a little walk under here. I have installed that yellow little accumulator there, so that's for the water pump. So that's basically just
an inline accumulator for so the pump doesn't cycle as much. So you can just, it's a 13-litre accumulator, so you can just, the idea of that is so you can open your tap and you know the pump doesn't have to kick in every time you open the tap. So I got a full length 150 PVC tube there for all your annex tubes and bits and bobs and a few other things, LED lights, grab handle, and then coming round to the passenger side. So we've got a full annex, support tubes. I've got all the side drop shade sails and shade sails, you'll get the lot. But basically this is it. You've got 2 side lights here. You've also got a full annex light, LED strip within the annex itself. External speakers, 2 of, toilets in here. This external port, you open it up, you've got 240 volt, your antenna, 12 volt charger. This is where your TV will sit in, an external radio and DVD player. Another outlet here, just a fold down side table here. Sorry, my finger was in the way. This is where we keep our coffee machine and whatnot. And yeah, so that's the external table. Another external speaker, your door, and it does have 2 annex supports. So one there and one there. So they're your annex supports because it's quite a large annex. Footstep, LED blue lights in the handles. Oh, there we go, a bit sticky, never use it. And then these are your sail tracks mount for your annex. So it's got a full annex that goes in here. The full gunnel boot from this side, again with the lights there. Gas bayonets just down the front here on the front, next to the front leg. So you've got a full gas bayonet tap, isolator tap just there for your gas bayonet here. And we are back to the front, so we just use our barbecue out on the table just like this. We don't actually have a slide out kitchen. We just, yeah, at the time when we got the van, it wasn't really an option, and we didn't really want to spend the money to put one in, so we were happy enough just to get that. So that's your full suspension, again underneath the van. And I'll take you for a quick sneak peek and we'll have a look at the water tanks. And then that's about it really for under the van. I'll go around the other side. She's a bit sizzly on the carpet there. So underneath the van here, we've got your water pump up in there. 2 water tanks here, so 2 95-litre water tanks there. The blue hose you can see is just a fill point. So I've added, instead of filling the tanks up through the caps, I fill them from underneath up. So I plug into this hose outlet here and I fill from the bottom up. This is for when you're on the mains with a non-return valve and a pressure reducer, so you don't blow the pipes internally. So that's all there. And then yeah, we've just got a few curtains hung here just to stop the rocks and that spraying underneath. So yeah, guys, basically that's our van in a nutshell. So I've done a fair wrap around on it. Yeah, if you got any more questions or you want any specific photos, definitely reach out to us. We're happy to send them through to you. But this is a 2021 Vacationer. It has about 30,000 on it roughly. I've worked out off our speedo on the truck, so we have taken it a fair bit. If you've been following our page, you'll know whereabouts we've been and where we've had it. So we have cleaned it up. It's quite nice. It's still in good condition. There are some scuff marks. There are a few little wear and tear marks inside. So it is what it is. We have lived in it every day for the last 12 months. So yeah, definitely welcome to come have an inspection. But if you're happy with the video that you've seen, it is going in for a full 12-month checkup on Wednesday. So at Brisbane RV. So it's going in to get its full 12-month service, and it will come with obviously a roadworthy for Queensland buyers and interstate buyers. We're happy to arrange transport. We can probably leave it at Brisbane RV and they can arrange transport for you at your own convenience, and they will supply an inspection certificate or whatever you want at your cost. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and yeah, sing out if you need any more info. But that's basically our van in a nutshell. So hope you have a ripper of a day. Hooroo.